Hello, my dear students. Today, from history, we are going to discuss the second lesson, that is medieval India and political transition. First of all, let us come to know the meaning of this lesson. Medieval India, it means we are going to study about the middle age of India, and political transition, the changes what we have seen in this period, that is political transition. Dear students, the period between the second half of 12th century and the first half of 13th century is recognized as the transitional period in Indian history. Transitional period indicates the preparedness of the society to enter from one era to another era. This discussion is based on the changes what we have seen in political area, that is political transition. In this transitional period, the Indian society entered the medieval period from ancient period. The Turks broke the political system of small kingdoms. They also established an empire which had a strong centralized power structure. Monotheism was expounded in the field of religion due to the influence of Islam. All these developments indicate the beginning of medieval period in India. Monotheism, it means believing in one God. Here, in the medieval period, the political changes occurs from ancient period to medieval period. The Turks broke the political system of small kingdoms, and they established an empire which had a strong centralized power structure. Centralized power structure means where power situating in center in the hand of one person or one main authority. Before we are going to study about the centralized administrative system, we must have the knowledge of multi-state administrative system, where India was ruled by small kingdoms. To know about multi-political system, we have to study about Rajput dynasties, those who ruled in North and Western India with the help of small kingdoms. They ruled from 9th century to 12th century. So, let's start the discussion of Rajput dynasty. After the rule of Vardhanas of Satanaveshwara, most of the western and northern India was ruled by Gurjara Pratiharas, Bundelkhands, Chandelas, Garhwalas, Solankis, Paramaras, and many other small dynasties. Now, let us come to know about Gurjara Pratiharas. Gurjara Pratiharas was a small kingdom under Rajput dynasty. This kingdom was founded by Nagabhatta, and he made Kanauj as their capital. Mihir Bhoj and Mahendrapala were the famous kings under Gurjara Pratiharas. The last king of this kingdom was Mahipala. In the time of Gurjara Pratiharas' ruling, Arab frequently attacked to their region. But these Gurjara Pratiharas' king, they faced the attack of Arab very bravely. As I told you, there were many strong, powerful kings under Gurjara Pratiharas. whereas Mihir Bhoj and Mahendrapala were strongest among them. They defeated the Palas during their rule. Palas, they were from Bengal. Mahipala was the last king of this kingdom. The Pratiharas ruled Sindh region by keeping Kannauj as their capital city, and they fought back the frequent attack by Arabs. In the time of Mihir Bhoja's ruling, Arab traveler called Suleiman, he visited and he appreciated the administration of Mihir Bhoj, where Mihir Bhoj was successfully maintained peace in his kingdom. As I told you children, Mihir Bhoj and Mahendrapala, they defeated the Palas of Bengal and they extended their kingdom to Bengal also. This is the ruling area of Gurjara Pratihara. Kannauj is their capital. Next Rajput dynasty is Garhwalas. Founder of this dynasty is Chandradeva, and he made Varanasi as his capital. Govinda Chandra and Jayachandra were the famous kings of this dynasty. Govinda Chandra extended his rule till Malwa and Magadha by defeating Palas. He also defeated the kings of Kalinga and Odisha. The rulers of Kashmir, Gujarat and Chola had cordial relationship with Govinda Chandra. Cordial relationship means friendly relationship. Next dynasty is Paramaras. Founder Upendra Krishna. Dharanagar is their capital. Upendra Krishna Raja was a very famous king under Paramaras. Paramaras became famous after the decline of Gurjara Pratiharas. There were many kings under Paramaras dynasty. Among them, Bhoja was very famous king. Arjuna Varman was the last king of Paramaras dynasty. Bhoja is the most popular king of Paramara dynasty. He extended the Paramaras state by defeating Kalyana Chalukyas, Kalinga's king, Gangas, and northern Konkanas. Though Bhoja experienced highs and downs in political sphere, he remained undefeated in the area of literature. Bhoja himself was a poet. After him, who came to rule under Paramaras, they were not strong like as Bhoja and other kings. So finally, this dynasty started to decline.